Hey everybody, welcome back to a new season of Life in the Garden. First episode of the year, it's January 1st. Happy New Year, 2021. Guaranteed to hopefully be a better year than 2020. Anyway, I'm here today to tell you the most important thing that you need to do right now in order to make 2021's garden better than 2020's. And that thing is to order your seeds, order your bulbs, order your plants, order your trees, order your whatever you're growing. Order it now. If you wait, it's not going to be there, right? January 1st, great time to order, right? Most of the seed companies are still stocked. And I'll tell you in a second what I think you should grow, but the places I think you should buy your seed from, Seed Savers Exchange. They do heritage and heirloom varieties. I do Maine Potato Lady for garlic, alliums, potatoes, obviously. Baker Creek is a good company for heirloom seeds. They've got a good variety. Burnt Ridge Nursery does some interesting like trees and shrubs and things like that. And then the other really phenomenal place for trees, shrubs, any sort of fruiting, bush, berry, Fedco Seeds. And Fedco Seeds has their seed branch, and then they have a tree and fruit branch. So Fedco is awesome. They're located in Maine, not too far from here. I've never been to the actual location. I order it all through the catalog, and they have an awesome catalog. It's full of interesting information, drawings. Anyway, those are my recommendations for places to order. Anything that I'm not growing from seed, I get locally. There really is just one place that I go in southeast New Hampshire, and that's Talon's Organic Gardens. Dave and Pam, and they've got the greenhouse set up, and they grow some fantastic stuff, huge variety, and really healthy plants. That way, I don't have to start them. I don't have a place to start them. Now let's get on to what you should grow. And who am I to tell you what to grow in your garden? You pick something that's going to be right for you, but I'll give you some ideas. Grow something that is important to you. Grow it for whatever reason you have for growing it, but grow it for that reason, because otherwise you're not going to be happy with it. Pick something that is going to grow well in your climate, your area of the country, or whatever country you're in. Then follow that with something that fits your needs. So if you want food, if that's what your goal is for your garden, grow something that's going to give you as much food as possible. Plant things like these green beans that you can do multiple plantings of during the summer, and really from one of the earliest things you can plant right up until the frost, you can harvest these guys. Plant things like broccoli that even after you harvest the main head on it, it's going to send out lots of side shoots, and you can harvest it right up until the frost. Squash, 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 squash. Is it something that you want to eat? Is it something you want to look at? Flowers, something beautiful, right? Grow whatever is going to give you the flower that you like the most. Grow something that's going to attract hummingbirds and look beautiful in your house. Is it something that you want to freeze or can? Or is it something sweet? Is it a fruit? Nectarines. Is it something that will store well, like potatoes or squash? Look at that. I highly recommend it. Think of all the different possibilities, find the thing that best fits your need and grows well in your area, and then plant it. What's that all about? I also recommend you grow a variety of different things, see what works best. Sometimes some varieties of a specific plant will grow better than others. You never know. Take this cauliflower, for example. I bought this variety this year, figured I'd give it a try, along with the regular variety that I normally go with, just a regular white cauliflower, and an orange variety called cheddar. Well, the regular one did terrible. The cheddar one grew a little larger than the regular one, gave me a little bit of orange color, and then this one grew like a champ. Look at it. It's huge, it's beautiful, adds a little pop to your garden, a little bit of color. It's always nice. Beets are delicious. I love the way they taste, but I can't eat them anymore because they're super high in oxalate, and oxalate is not great for people who get calcium oxalate kidney stones. I don't want to talk about it. Try to choose things that aren't going to all be ripe at the same time. There's nothing worse than food that you've grown going to waste because you can't eat it in time or because you can't process it or freeze it or whatever. Take these Brussels sprouts. It's a late season crop, so I can just let them grow all summer long. Don't really have to do much to them. Once fall comes, I'll cut the plant off and then I'll start to deal with those. Plant things like these sunflowers. They're going to attract pollinators, and you can pick the flowers, and you can feed the sunflower seeds to your chickens if you have chickens. 3 kinds of basil growing in the garden this year. It is an excellent pollinator, so it's going to attract some beneficial insects, and it's beautiful and tasty. Plant stuff that tastes good, like these Sungl cherry tomatoes. This is also a great plant because every year a bunch of these come up on their own from the seed from last year. Those are my favorite kinds. I call them self-starters or volunteers. Tomatoes are great for that. Sunflowers are great for that. Tomatillos are great for that. Ground cherries are great for that. Plant perennial plants like this asparagus that'll come up again next spring. Plant different varieties, different shapes, different colors of the same thing, like I did with my cauliflower, or like I did with these tomatoes here, or like I did with these 2 different varieties of kale side by side, or this kind of cabbage, or this kind of cabbage, or this kind of pepper, 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 or this weird variety of eggplant. Eggplant has one of the prettiest flowers of any plant in the garden. Looks kind of like a potato flower, only quite a bit larger. If you like the fact that you can grow something that you can store in your basement all winter and eat all year long, grow that thing. We've got our garlic for the year that'll just store really nicely down in the basement. If you like something that you can or turn into jam or preserves. What do you do when you have this many peaches? Or pickle or something like that. Pickled peppers, I put a little garlic in there. Or grow some of these awesome yellow cucumbers. If you like something that's great for freezing, grow that thing. They freeze great, so that's awesome. If you like something that's perfect for fresh eating, grow that thing. If you like something you can start early or something that you can plant multiple times throughout the growing season, grow those things. Regular old carrot. There's tons and tons of things to take into consideration. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck for 2021. It all starts now. Don't forget to order your seeds, and we'll catch you later in the garden. I almost forgot. If you have any suggestions for things that you think I should try in my garden, let me know. Leave it in the comment section down below. I love to try new things. It's kind of what gardening's all about. So, thank you, and I'll let you know how it goes.